Welcome back. Welcome back. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170. The Answer. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with Whissel Realty, joined as always by Mr. Jason Hall with Team Home Loans and CarsonChargers.com.
Oh, you're killing me.
We got our North County and luxury specialist, Joe Corbisiero, and the man of the hour right now, Mr. Eran Sania, the credit magician. So, Eran, before the break, I think you got plugged by everybody in the studio because you have helped all of us immensely. So what else can you do to help our listeners? I mean, you talked about some of the tips when you're traveling. You know, what happens, like, let's say you do find some charges on your account that don't belong there. What should somebody do?
First thing, before they even call me, I would say call the credit bureaus and alert them that you believe you have been a victim of an identity theft. Immediately what that does, it puts a 90 days freeze on your credit, which means no one can pull your credit unless they call you first. So no matter what, you call them and one bureau alerts the other. So even if you called only one bureau, it goes and rolls over to the other three. So that's the first thing you got to do.
Now, what should you not say? I hate to interrupt you here, Ron, but I know you've told me and clients not to say certain stuff when you call creditors.
Yes. When you call creditors, don't deny or acknowledge.
Or accept
anything.
Responsibility, right?
Exactly. So if they call you and said, we just need to verify, I said, look, the only thing, and especially if they call you and say, can you just verify your name? You can tell them, well, you just called me. Apparently, you have my name. So I said, well, can you just verify your address? I said, no, you have my address. So they can't force you to say anything. You can tell them, look, if you need anything from me, I'd be happy to respond in writing. No matter whatever you have, send it to me in writing, and I'll be happy to sign you an affidavit, whatever it is that you will need.
So what's your address, Ron, so I can send it in writing?
You can send me.
What do you say, right?
No, you can say, you have my address. You have it on file. The address you have for my account on file.
Can you confirm it's 123 Main Street?
You have it on file. Just use that.
We're role-playing right here, Kyle. I like this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just don't give them anything. And if they say, but is this, let's say, you picked up and said, hey, Jason. And you said, yes. You just said you're Jason. Said, Jason, so we just need you to confirm that this account is yours. Said, look, I am Jason. However, the account you're mentioning, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
And
send it to me in writing.
Send it to me in writing, and I will look into that.
That's great advice.
Yeah. So that's the most important, especially when it comes to collection. So many of us get hit with collections for medical. Or for
I've got a $5,000 medical collection. I haven't had a chance to look it up. I pulled my credit report 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden $5,000. I haven't been to a doctor in years. I'm guessing it's either one of my 2 adult kids or my wife that there was some medical insurance is my guess. But it's awesome. How do they put that on Mr. Hall? Now, I know I'm the primary income earner. I'm the primary insured.
That's why.
But why would I be responsible if I never signed anything, knowing that they even had anything? So I'm guessing one of my children, again, they're in their 20s. They don't even live at home. Why would I be responsible? Why would that show up? And I'm not a big Maxine Waters fan, and I'm sure a lot of our listeners aren't either. But here's one thing she is putting a bill together that collections, especially medical collections, and her belief, and I think I kind of agree with her on this, should not be on our credit report.
Well, do you think that when you get a ticket, right, traffic violation, should that be on your credit report?
Absolutely
not. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Right now, they actually signed a bill, but they gave the bureaus a few years to implement that, saying that any collection, medical collection, that you receive, that a bill that's unpaid, now they have to keep it for 6 months, allow you the time to resolve that before.
So when's that start? When's that going to go into
effect? They gave them 3 years.
3 years to implement it?
And I'm sure within 3 years, they'll find probably a reason to postpone it for another 3 years.
Kind of like the Dodd-Frank and TRID.
Yeah, because look, that's how the bureaus make money. The bureaus make money by people reporting things.
Yeah, so if they don't report them, they won't make money.
The bureau's going to lose money, exactly.
So it's not in their advantage to not have it on.
That's exactly right.
Let me ask you this. Would it be in your advantage to have that done, right? So they make money. I mean, you make money defending and helping people. If things didn't show up, I guess that might hurt your business possibly.
No, because people come to us to resolve all kind of issues.
Right.
People come to us to help them validate. Let's say in your case, let's take your case, even though if it's justified, okay, the collection is justified. Legally, you are the liable party for that.
My name is Jason. Just mail me the information.
But
I cannot give you other information. I'm already thinking that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, but here's the thing. There are ways to validate that. So I'll give you a quick 1-minute lesson how you do that. So you'd call them and said, okay, send me the bill. You'll send them the bill. Now remember, within law, you have 30 days to validate to.
So federal law and credit law, I have 30 days.
You have 30 days to dispute that from the day you received that. And so if
that
you
they can prove that I received it.
Put it on your credit. If you have disputed that within 30 days that you received it, they can't put it on your credit unless they verified it.
Okay.
So if you act immediately and you send them a letter of validation, asking them to show you, 1, that they either have legal authority to collect on that debt, 2, legal assignment to collect on that debt, 3, either or they bought that debt and now they own that debt and they won't collect it. What they will usually do, they will send you a summary of your bill. Summary of your bill is merely not a validation of debt. Also, a summary of your bill contains the diagnosis. You know how there's 4-digit, 5-digit code. That's theoretically a HIPAA violation because why does the collection agency need to know your diagnosis?
And what does HIPAA stand for, just so we all know?
The Health Information Protection Act.
Okay.
So basically, what happens is that serves you as a tool to negotiate. And again, I'm not saying to people, don't pay your debt. You got to pay your debt, but you can help yourself negotiate that and at least make sure if it is your debt, okay, make sure that you get a letter that it either won't report it or they will remove it once, if it is on your debt and once you pay.
Right.
And it is possible.
And just hearing you, the wealth of information, again, I've been dealing with credit for 25 years. We've talked about my background here on the show, but you are just a wealth of information when it comes directly to credit. You know credit better than anybody else I've met in 25 years, Eran. And as I tell a lot of our clients, a lot of our listeners, if you want the best, hire Eran. If you want the cheapest and you'll get cheap service, you can go online and pay $20 a month and maybe in 3 years they might get something done. But if you want the best, Eran, you and your team, it's amazing what even your gals, when they schedule phone appointments for you, I mean, how customer service, I mean, it's a truly first-class cabin that you and your team run. And I actually want to come to your office to see how you and your girls do it. It's amazing how you guys schedule.
You know, we work from our basement.
You might. It's amazing. I can tell you this. You make me feel like such a great client and a great referral partner when your team calls. It's amazing how well they do.
Can we do anything now to
tape that?
Expand the door? I don't think my head can go.
We do have carpet in the room here to kind of keep us all contained.
It's well deserved, buddy. Seriously.
Well, good thing you're not the only one with the big head here in the room, Eran. I'm not sure how the 4 of us could fit in here.
Thank you.
Love it. So again, if you want to connect with Eran Sania, give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. I'd love to connect you with Eran. I've never seen anybody do the things that he's done before. Everybody talks the talk that they do. Eran is the guy that actually walks the walk. So Eran, it's awesome having you in here. I know you got a radio show you got to run out to shortly. You still got some time with us?
Yes, I have a few. I don't even know what time it is, but yes. Yeah, whatever. Yes, I do.
Got some time. All right, I love it. So just kind of getting back to the holiday shopping and everything, and everybody, spending money online. What are a couple tips when it comes to just spending that money online? What do people need to be careful of? What are some of the things they should look out for?
Be careful when you go on those, and I'm not saying don't shop on those carts in the middle of the mall. Just be careful. Watch your spending. That's one. But watch where you spend, who you pay with your credit card. If it's a vendor that's situated, believe it or not, a little further than anyone else in the mall.
Especially seasonal vendors, what you're saying, because they only might be there for a month.
Exactly.
You pay today, and they might even be there tomorrow.
That's exactly right.
Right.
And you know what? Especially in this holiday season, monitor your credit. Even if you have to pay for a report and you can't get it for free, there are enough sites you can get them. Monitor. See what's out there. See what is happening on your credit. And if you're not sure how to read it, ask for help.
Do you have a favorite website for that? Because I know there's so many out there that, they're just trying to take your money. What are the legitimate, your favorite website? If somebody wants to check their credit, should we just have them reach out to you and you can help them?
Yes, I can send them links. Or look, everyone deserves, and by law, annualcreditreport.com. Annualcreditreport.com.
Right. Annualcreditreport.com.
You can have a free report once a year. Okay? So I would highly recommend you do that through the holiday season.
And that service, they don't sell your
No.
information to anybody, right?
No, they
So
don't
all
sell
these
it.
other companies that come up and they got their little cute jingles on the radio and the TV commercials, they're selling your identity or at least selling your information, to people like me and Kyle, agents and lenders like, hey, this person just checked on their credit. You guys should call them to see if they want to buy a house
So
or
you can
refinance
opt
their
out
home.
for that. Again,
Right.
if you email us, we'll email you a list of what you can do to opt out of all those promotions.
Nice.
You know, you can opt out for 7 years, and you can opt out for life. If you do it
They have a life
online,
opt-out now.
if you do it online, it's 7 years. If you do it by writing, it's for lifetime. So there are ways you can do that. So you can prevent your information from being sold out.
You probably write letters all the time, but let me ask Kyle and Joe, when's the last time you guys actually wrote a letter?
I write thank you letters every day.
You write the thank you notes? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
that's cool.
You
You
do.
send out cards.
My glove box has
Tons
a
of them in
stack
there?
of thank you cards in it and stamps. And anytime I meet with a client, I've learned that I just fill out the thank you card while I'm still in the driveway, fill it out right there, drop
Good
it in
for
the
you.
box on the way home.
The only
man.
thing, Kyle, I notice our handwriting is not the best. So,
But that makes it more authentic.
That's right.
It wouldn't be good if we had perfect.
They don't read mine. Yeah, they can't read it, right?
hey,
Hey,
Yeah.
if
They
real
have to
estate
call me
doesn't
and
work
ask
out,
me.
maybe we could be doctors. Maybe.
yeah,
That's
you and I
right.
you
That's-
definitely be doctors.
Yeah, Joe can. Joe is. Let me tell you.
He knows.
He cannot read Joe's handwriting. Impossible.
Yeah, it's
I
impossible.
gotta really pay attention to each little single letter. Now.
You
Yeah.
have to actually slow down. And for guys that are wired like you and me, that's extremely difficult to slow down.
Hey, look how slow down.
Yeah.
There's no
I know.
whoop.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
back at it.
Definitely.
More coffee.
But
It's 7:30 at night and he's got coffee, right? He's got to keep him going.
Did you get the truffle mocha?
Whoop. I did.
Huh? The truffle mocha. If you've never had this before, Corner Bakery Cafe, they're across the street from the studio here at UTC. That truffle mocha is no joke.
I looked at him. I'm like, truffle mocha? I thought you put that on the pasta or something.
yeah, Joe takes coffee. I think Joe is like me. Joe was born in Italy. I was born in Israel. Before I went to bed as a kid, we used to tell my mom, "All right, mom, going to bed." She said, "Oh yeah, did you have your coffee yet?" We'd have coffee and
Wow.
go to bed.
It's true.
How about you guys
Because
wake
when
up,
you do
huh?
crash, it makes you crash harder, then you
That's it.
sleep
That's
better.
Right. That's why in college, everybody was drinking coffee, staying up all night to study. I used to drink coffee and say, "I'm going to take a nap. Be right back." You know.
Something
But
that
anyway.
stays in your RAM, so when you wake up in the morning, it's like.
So if you want to be
like a little
good,
robot.
so here's the key, I think. If you want to be good looking and successful, like Joe and Iran, you need to drink coffee when you go to bed.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then you look like you'll have my hairstyle if you drink so much coffee.
I'm working my way towards that, Eran. I love it. So again, you're listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer. If you want to connect with Eran or any of the guests on the show, give us a call, shoot us a text, 619-663-SELL, 619-663-7355. Eran, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
When we get back, I want to talk with Mr. Jason Hall about the difference between buying and renting, and I think the difference in cost will be very surprising to you guys. You are listening to Whissel Wednesdays here on AM 1170, The Answer.
If you've got questions,